Hello everyone and welcome to Mobility Academy. I'm the flexibility guy, Coach Elia, and in today's video I want to show you the top 3 exercises on this channel to stretch your hip flexors. So the best exercises to stretch your quads and your iliopsoas, your anterior chain in general, alright? But before I start, let me remind you that if you want to work on your flexibility online with me, you can join my Flexibility Guy membership, where you're going to be able to attend online classes new every week, whenever and wherever you want. Plus, today, if you sign up today, you got a 40% off, following the link in the description down below. Alright, with that said, let's start. Alright guys, so throughout this video right here, I'm gonna be explaining to you what are the 3 top exercises for your hip flexors, so your quads and your iliopsoas, and for your anterior chain in general, alright? Now, these 3 exercises are on this channel, on this YouTube channel, and you can find detailed explanations about these exercises right here on the channel. But now we're gonna be understanding why these are the top 3 and why you should use these 3 during your workouts if you want to improve your flexibility. The first exercise I want to show you is the quad stretch on the wall. Let's see how to do that. You want to place your back knee on the floor, a few centimeters away from the wall to start, and your back foot in line with the knee on the same line. Now you want to make a lunge with your front leg, and from there you want to bring first your hips towards the wall. Alright, so push your hips towards the wall at first, then raise your trunk up little by little. As you can see, I'm using some yoga blocks under my hands to help me stay in the position, and then as soon as I'm able to place both my hands on my front knee, I want to push with my hands on the knee to raise my trunk higher and higher and higher towards the wall until I am in the final position with my trunk perpendicular to the floor. As I'm there, I want to intensify the stretch by placing my back knee closer to the wall. So really against the wall now, actually. And then I want to go up again. I'm going to restart the progression. So to start, the most important thing is that you push your hips towards the wall. Then from there, you want to go up also with your trunk, but you want to stop wherever your flexibility level allows you to. Alright, so this exercise is so good for beginners and for intermediate students because they can work on their own flexibility level. So doesn't matter your flexibility level, start with this exercise right here if you want to improve your legs and hips flexibility. It's really mandatory here, I would say. It's not really mandatory, but in my opinion, yeah. Here you wanna work until you have your trunk perpendicular to the floor. At that point, your hips and your legs will be much more free to move. They have a really good range, all right, and you can progress towards harder exercises like the exercise number 2 of this video. The second best exercise for your hip flexors is the wall psoas stretch with a weight. Now, I actually love loaded stretching, so stretching with a weight, which is something really, really important if you want to gain more flexibility. And here, the position works almost exactly the same as for the previous exercise. So as you can see, the starting position is really similar. So you have your back knee against the wall put on the floor and your back foot on the wall on the same line of your back knee, and you're making a lunge with your front leg. Now the lunge is a little wider, so you want to put your front foot a little farther from the wall, and you want to start on top with your hips close to the wall. But now here's the difference, here's the main difference. You want to grab a weight with the opposite hand of your front leg. So if you have your right leg in front of you, you want to grab a weight with your left hand and vice versa, of course. Then from there you want to push your hips down towards the floor, and this It's gonna create hip extension, which is gonna stretch your iliopsoas, your hip flexors, all right? Now, you want to push your hips towards your front heel as close to the floor as possible. You can put some yoga blocks under your hips to stay more comfortable in the position, and I highly suggest doing so. Then from there, you want to let the weight pull you down into the stretch. And you want to find a weight which is helping you get there. So you don't want to use a heavy weight, which is like making you resist to the stretch, because if the weight is too heavy, you're going to resist to the stretch because it's too heavy. You got to contract the muscles to stay there, and vice versa. If the weight is too light, you won't feel any kind of assistance. So choose a weight which is good for your flexibility level. Make sure that you're pushing your hips down. This is the most important thing right here. So your hips must be pushed down towards the floor, towards the yoga blocks. Now with time, if you want to make progress, you can lower down the yoga blocks, lower down, lower down, lower down, until your hips are in line with your knees or almost below that. So your front knee and your back knee form a line. You want to have your hips below that line. That's your goal. All right. So this is the second best exercise for your hip flexors. Now let's see the final one, the third one. The third exercise I really love is the buttock stretch. Now this is kind of an active flexibility drill, but it's an exercise I really love, and I want to explain to you why. During this exercise right here, as you can see, you start in a lunge position, all right? And you have some yoga blocks under your hips. From that position, you basically want to squeeze your butt to lift your back knee off the floor, and you want to straighten your back leg. Now, this exercise is really, really, really sophisticated, because if you miss something, you're gonna mess up the stretch and you're not gonna feel the stretch as you should do. So make sure that as you straighten your back leg, as you lift your back knee off the floor, squeezing your butt, you keep your hips in place. You keep your hips on the yoga blocks, so you don't want to lose that kind of contact there, because this is allowing you to feel the stretch on the iliopsoas of the back leg as you straighten the back leg. By straightening the back leg, you're creating more hip extension, which is creating more stretch on your hip flexors. Now, I really love this exercise right here because you can't compensate. If you do that correctly, you're gonna feel an amazing, a really amazing stretch on your back leg hip flexors. Plus, guys, the first exercise, the second exercise, and the third exercise are all unilateral. So you're going to work on one leg per time. This allows you to intensify the stretch, because if you work one leg per time, you're going to put more pressure on one leg rather than both legs at the same time. And most importantly, it will allow you to understand if you have a stiffer side. If you have a stiffer side, for example, I have my right leg which is stiffer than my left leg. I always start with my right leg, then I do my left leg, then I do maybe some more work for my right leg. This allows me to keep my legs balanced. All right, guys? So these are the best exercises for your quads, for your hip flexors, for your iliopsoas and your anterior chain. These exercises are on my YouTube channel, but I want to give you a roadmap, so from the easiest to the hardest one. All right? And you can follow the progression. You can use these exercises here during your workouts to improve your legs, hips flexibility. These are the top three. These are the top three. And now you got an idea how to do them. You got an idea, you can do them right now. Right after this video right here, you can do them. You can do them because it's clear. I've been clear, I think I've been clear about the execution, the technique, and how to do them. You can do them, all right? But if you want to learn how to do them, the stretching methodologies, how long to stay there, you can watch the specific video about that exercise. You know the name, you just type in the name on this channel right here, and you can find the exercises, or you can follow the links in the description down below. All right, guys? Now, I want to hear your opinions if you give these exercises a go, or if you think like, okay, this exercise is not that good, I think that another exercise deserves to be in this list. Please let me know in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this content, please hit that like button and help me grow this YouTube channel. It means a lot to me, guys, and you know that, all right? So that's all from the Flexibility Guy, Coach Elia. Have a nice training. Follow these exercises here to improve your flexibility level, and I'll see you in the next video.